Hey guys, Nakia Lindsay here, back with another video. If you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you are old faithful, thank you for tuning in to your girl. Today I'm doing something different. I did the letting my Instagram followers choose my makeup. So I did a poll a couple of days ago and I was very surprised that a lot of people actually participated in my poll, because I'm just really surprised. Like, it was a great turnout. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna leave my Instagram right here, so go ahead and follow that, because sidebar, I am also doing Slaymas the month of December, and I am posting every day on Instagram for the month of December, so go follow that, go check me out. But back to the video. I did a poll and I did a couple makeup products and it turned out really well. This was actually very, very fun to film and got my mind going with the eyeshadow palette. But if you want to see my Instagram chooses my makeup video, then keep on watching. Okay, so the first things first, my brows are already done. I used my Kat Von D Dip Brow Pomade and my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade number 5. If you want a brow tutorial, let me know. I surely will do one, because your girl's brows are done. Okay, so let me go to my screenshots. We're gonna start with the eyes. So for eyeshadow primer, I had two options. I had the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in the shade medium, and then I had the Anastasia eyeshadow primer, and the ones that my Instagram followers chose was the Anastasia eyeshadow primer. 58% chose this one and 42% chose Smashbox. So we're gonna go ahead and use our Anastasia eye primer. Okay, so I have my eyeshadow primer on. I think a lot of people chose this eyeshadow primer just because it's an Anastasia primer and it's a white shadow, so I guess a lot of people really want to see how this one works. And a lot of people don't even use the Smashbox one, so I try to put a primer in there that no one really knows about, but y'all didn't pick it, so. Next, we're gonna move on to the eyes. I have a colorful palette and more neutral palette. I did the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette and the Norvina Pro Pigment palette volume 3, and this one was out the water with 86% of the votes. The Anastasia Norvina Pro Pigment won. So this is the eyeshadow palette that we will be using today. Don't know what kind of look I'll be doing, but don't want to blind y'all. That's what she looks like. So I'm just gonna go in with the shade A3. So I blended out this A3 color, and honestly I don't know where this look is going. I'm taking the color C4, which is this one right here, and I'm going to just press that onto my outer V. Next, I'm gonna go in with B4, which is the color right on top. This one, it's like a nice purple shade. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that into the C4 color. Going back in with that C4 color, I'm just going to deepen up my outer V area just a little bit. Going back in with the palette, and I'm going to go ahead and take B3, which is right next to the B4 color that we used. It's this pink shade right here. I'm going to go ahead and blend that into my transition almost up to my brow bone, but not really up to my brow bone. That's what we look like. I do want to deepen up this look a little bit, so I'm going in with the shade E2, which is on the bottom, this color right here. And I'm going to just put that in my, oh my god, I'm just going to put that into my outer V area and just intensify this look up a little bit, because I don't want it to be this bright in this area. I'm gonna cut crease. I'm just gonna go in and clean up my lid so the color won't transfer into the base that I used to cut my crease. Wonky for me, but whatever. Just gonna blend it down. I'm taking that E2 color. Taking this E2 color, this one right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend the edges of that base. I'm doing it at a diagonal. With that B4 color, which is that purple color, this one, where is it? This one right here. And I'm blending that one right next to that E2 color. Again, I'm going at a diagonal. Now for my lid color, I'm going in with a shimmer shade, and I think the shimmer shade that I am going to use, I think I'm gonna use a D5, which is this shade right here. It's a very pretty color. I'm gonna use that on my lid. I'm going back in with that bright pink color that I used as my last transition, B3, and I'm just blending in right in between that lid color and that purple color to give it like a nice gradient effect to my eye. We got the eyes done, y'all. The eyes is done for the most part. Just blending this out. So for liners, I had two options. I had the Too Faced Better Than Sex liquid eyeliner and the Urban Decay Perversion liquid eyeliner. And percentage winning 52% versus 48%. The Urban Decay Perversion liquid liner won, which I'm very happy about because I actually really do enjoy this eyeliner. So I'm going to go ahead and line my eye. I'm not going to do a wing. I'm just going to do like that nice thick kind of liner where it smokes out. Liner on. I'm gonna go ahead off camera and apply my lashes. I did not do a poll for this because I just really didn't. So I'm gonna add my Sephora collection fringe eyelashes. They look like this, and then we will be back to finish off. I had a poll for face primer. I chose two options: the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer, which is good for smoothing, or the Becca First Light Primer, which is great for hydration. Percentage 38% versus 62%, and the winner of the primer was the Becca First Light Priming Filter, which is very, very good for hydration. So everyone wanted some hydration. They didn't want no smoothing. They didn't care. Okay, so for foundation, I had two options. I had the Lancome Teint Idol 24-hour wear, and I also had the Tarte Found Sealer. This was a close one because it was going up and down. 1.1 was winning, the other one wasn't. So I'm really surprised at the final results. 57% versus 43%, and the winning one is the Lancome Teint Idol Ultra 24-hour wear. I am in the shade 540 Suede Warm. I haven't used this foundation in months, like months. I think the last time I used it probably was like March, April, like months. I haven't used this in months. I don't know if they redid the formula, but I feel like it goes on nice, and then the end of the night I look gray, like it oxidizes on me, but I don't know. It's a good foundation though. Cover's really good. It gives a nice finish, so we're just gonna apply that. I'm gonna use a Real Techniques Expert face brush to blend this bad boy in. Concealer, I put up the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. 65% versus 35%, and the winner is the NARS Ultra Radiant Creamy Concealer. Oh, Ultra Radiant. NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is the winner. I used the shade Chocolate to highlight, so that is what we are going to use today. I'm really glad this one won, honestly, because the Makeup Forever one, that be creasing on me, and that don't really work for me. Like, the colors are okay, but it creases underneath my eye like in 2.5 seconds. Like, no, we don't need no creasing whatsoever. Blended out my concealer and everything. Now it's time to set. My two options that I gave Instagram was my Too Faced Peach Perfect powder that I always use to set my highlight. It has like a terracotta color, versus the Hourglass Translucent setting powder. And this one was surprising. 24% versus 76%, and 76% winner was the Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder. Really good powder. Like, I raved about it on my Instagram. For a setting powder, it doesn't leave like a flashback or anything. It is a nice matte finish. So yeah, the packaging was bomb, but we're gonna use this to set our highlighted area. Here we go. Let me use my beauty blender and stop playing games. I'm nervous. I'm gonna go in with my Lancome Dual Finish face powder, and I do that to set my whole face. And I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off that translucent powder as well. like the Hourglass powder didn't really set me how I like, because I am creasing a little bit underneath the eyes still, and I just don't like translucent powder on me. Like, I have to see how she photographs, because on camera, like on camera she looks okay, but in person I don't know, you don't say. Alright, so I'm just gonna spray my Smashbox primer water just to settle all this powder I got going on. Time to move on to my contour. I don't usually cream contour or anything. For the point of this video, I just picked two bronzers in the poll. I did the Benefit Hoola Toasted Bronzer and an OG CoverGirl Queen Collection Ebony Bronzer. Yes, your girl still got a CoverGirl bronzer, but the winner of this poll, 71% against 29%. The Benefit Hoola Toasted Bronzer won, which is actually a really good bronzer. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use this as my contour bronzer shade. It's not as deep as the CoverGirl bronzer, but it does its job. I'm actually surprised that the CoverGirl got as many votes as it did. I guess a lot of people, you know, wanted that nice CoverGirl bronze. I have two options. I have the NARS Orgasm Blush, which is actually a highlight on me, and the Fenty Beauty Me Money Hustle Baby. 60% versus a whopping 84%. The winner of the highlighter battle was the Fenty Beauty Me Money Hustler Baby highlighter. So this is what we're gonna use. Okay, so next and lastly, it is for the face, it is time for blush. For blush, two options I put up was the Lancome Haute Couture blush and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Berry Adore. Blush with a 38% versus 62%. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Berry Adore, which I always do, so I'm really surprised that Instagram picked this one, honestly, because I literally always use this blush. But I'm not gonna pick a specific one, I'm just gonna do all three. Now before we do the lips, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. So I did do two setting sprays on my poll. I did the Cover FX Natural High Performance Setting Spray and the Lancome Fix It Forget It Spray. 56% chose this one over the other, and that is the Cover FX Natural High Performance Setting Spray. I haven't used this in a while, but it is a good setting spray. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shake this bad boy up and spray. On to lips. For lips, I had two options, matte or creamy. I did do specific lipsticks. This was a very close call, 48% versus 52%, and 52% being the winner was creamy. And I actually chose this lipstick in the picture, as you will see. It is by Bare Minerals. It's in the shade Nudist. It's their Gin Nude Creamy Lipstick. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this with my favorite lip liner at the moment, which is my Sephora Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the shade Molasses. So we're gonna go ahead and do a creamy lip, because that was voted creamy lip. Guys, so this is the final look. Made it through this video and you enjoyed it, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Just hit the little button down below and hit the bell so you can be notified on when I post a video, which is every week. New content is being posted. I don't have specific days yet, but yeah, this was cute. I'm not going nowhere because it's raining outside, but you know. But yeah, until next video, peace.